No score, bottom of the second inning here at the Coliseum, the Mets and the A's, and we're honored to have the Commissioner of Baseball, Mr. Bud Selig, in the booth with us. Bud, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you, guys. Pleasure to be here.
Boss man, you're 1978 on the Milwaukee Brewers.
That's right.
Was he a good employee, Bud?
He was good.
Good.
Yeah, he was good. No, I have to say that.
So 22 years. Congratulations. That's
it's going to be 22 and a half, close to 23 by the time I leave next January, and sort of hard to believe. In one sense it's over, but I'm looking forward to it, and it's been an interesting 23 years, and I'm happy to say a productive one for baseball.
Well, you're so young. Why are you retiring?
Well, I just had my 80th birthday.
You're still young.
I am, Ray, but I decided that there's a great time in life to come, and there's also a time to go, and I determined that was my time to go.
So I know you've been asked this a lot, but what are you most proud of? And there's been a lot of great things that have happened in 22 years, but there's got to be a couple things that stand out.
Yeah, the economic reformation of the game. I mean, you look around today, Kansas City's in first place, Milwaukee's in first place, Oakland is virtually in first place. This couldn't have happened 10, 15 years ago. There's no question about that. So, yeah, I feel really good about that. But the changes into revenue sharing and other things, and they came slowly and they came painfully, but I'm very proud of them because it now has produced what we wanted to.
20 years of labor peace. How about that?
Ray,
Congratulations.
you'll remember all back in our day, your day and my day, we had 8 work stoppages. About every 3 years, you had these confrontations, and I think what we didn't realize is it was really hurting baseball. Really hurting baseball.
Now, you, of course, Milwaukee, you helped bring a team back.
Sure did.
We were just in Atlanta.
Right.
And seeing the great, your friend Hank Aaron, and they left, and all of a sudden you got a team, and I know you were instrumental in that. How part of the change, as you mentioned, but getting a team back in Milwaukee after the team left to go to Atlanta, and you were instrumental.
That's right. I did. And you know, I was just a kid at the time, and it was a battle for 5.5 years. And you know, guys, I would say to you, of all the things that have happened to me, the thing I'll always be proudest of is bringing a team back to Milwaukee. Right. It was a great story. And in fact, tomorrow night in Milwaukee, there's a dinner honoring Hank Aaron, and I have to speak at. And he and I have been friends to this day. But Milwaukee's a wonderful baseball market, as you well know.
Right. And the good thing about it, Seattle, which had the Seattle Pilots, moved to Milwaukee, and they get a franchise in the first. You know, so all things worked out well.
Everything worked out well. Yeah.
Speaking of new stadiums, these fans, and regardless, I mean, and not to really pursue a stadium issue, but
no, you can. Everybody else has today.
No, but these fans have been great fans, and
absolutely.
And I think they want a new stadium, and I know the new commissioner is coming in, but the bottom line is something. I know there've been a lot of new stadiums built, and regardless of where it is, these fans, they have come out, and you saw what happened in 2012 with the final game of the season and the way the A's came back. But these are great fans.
Let me just say this to you. Number one, they need a new stadium here. I mean, there's no doubt about that. And we understand that. It's been a complicated issue because you have two teams that have very dissimilar views on what should happen. Now there's litigation, so we have to wait until that's done before we get back into it. We have 22 new stadiums. I'm really proud of what we've done.
Absolutely.
And this is another issue I had hoped that I could get done before I leave office, and let's see what happens.
So no score, top of the third inning, the Mets and the Athletics, and we're honored to have the Commissioner of Baseball, Mr. Bud Selig, in our booth. And Commissioner, I was asking you of all these changes that have been made, and there's been a lot of them, and almost all of them have been positive, I think. What's the one that you had to be convinced of, the one that maybe you weren't sold on, and maybe other people had to really talk you into it?
I don't know about talk me into it, but the second wild card came.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, well, for the reason that with all the change, but I didn't want to do something that I thought would cheapen the product in any way. Now, we have the least number of teams in the playoffs.
That's right. 10 out of 30.
Yeah, 10 out of 30. I mean, given what the other leagues have, we're doing well. But I had to be convinced of that. I just wanted to make sure. Interleague play, revenue sharing, all the other things, I had no doubt in my mind.
So do you see the schedule and the way it's set up now with there still be, and I know there has to be an interleague game every day for the schedule, but and I know you're leaving office, but do you see the schedule changing at all in the next 2, 3, 4 years?
I don't think so. No. Schedules are really tough. They really are tough. I'm not joking when I say that. Trying to keep 30 clubs happy with a schedule is Katie Feeney does it. It's impossible. That's the best way to put it. And so no, I don't. I look. The system is working now. Now, are there things that need to be done? You bet there are. And there's work to do in all areas. But I like the way things are right now.
What was the process in Mr. Manfred as far as your successor, and how did all of that work as far as you deciding that the time has come, and then the process in which the new commissioner was?
Yeah, I'll tell you what happened. It was interesting. I decided a year ago, October. I had thought a lot about it, and I decided it was really time for me. And in February of this year, I talked to the executive council and told them it's time to find somebody, and I'm going to appoint a committee, be independent. And it was chaired by Bill DeWitt of the St. Louis Cardinals, a wonderful baseball man. And he appointed 6 other people on it. They worked hard, and they came up with 3 candidates finally. Interviewed a lot of people. Boy, they went through a lot of people. And so anyway, to make a long story short, last week in Baltimore, we had the 3 candidates, and there were a few more votes, and Rob Manfred was the winner.
And you're happy?
Oh, I'm very happy. Yeah. You know, I've worked with him every day now for 20-some years, and he loves the game, and he's very, very smart, and knows I mean, he's really been involved in everything, and so, yeah, I feel good about it.